hope you're doing better. Another episode of Self-Worth Redefine podcast. It's always about empowering, uplifting you all guys, understanding that you are the change you need to see in the world. And today, I have the one and only Calvin Calmax, an amazing artist.
Colorful. Yeah, you mine.
Well gone.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good, Maze.
Mhm.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Amrel. This beautiful morning. Thank you for coming
Thank you so
on
much.
Self-Worth Redefine podcast. A very safe space. Feel at home.
Okay.
Feel relaxed.
Thank
We're
you
going to
so
talk
much.
about his journey, basically the power of environment, identity, and basically the reason why he's doing music.
Yep.
Yeah, because I believe people do things for different aspects, but I believe if you have a very motivating motive, that's the word, I believe you're going to go far.
Sure.
So let's talk about you, Calvin. Introduce yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Calvin Calmax is an Afro pop artist, Kenyan artist. I was actually born and raised in Kenya. I'm a Luo.
Okay.
Exactly, yeah. And I do music for entertaining,
Right.
uplifting people.
Mhm.
Yep, and also it's like my therapist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've had a couple of your songs.
Thank you for that.
And they're very uplifting, empowering, very different from the normal kind of music that we listen to. It's something you listen to and you're like, you go through the moments of, aha, okay, I should think about this.
Yep.
What led you to basically do that or basically produce kind of songs?
I felt like the society we had we were drifting ourselves.
Okay.
I needed to bridge that gap between the reality and how the society operates, and I felt like I really needed to do something which majority of the people kind of relate with,
Okay.
in terms of living, in terms of life, in terms of everyday economic activities. Yep, so I started with Ghetto.
Okay.
Yeah, Ghetto was basically one of those songs I did to create enlightenment and empowerment to everybody who's in ghetto about their lifestyle,
Right.
that it's possible to come out of it, and it's also like a good place. There's talent there. There's
Yeah.
a couple of things going on there, so it's not literally what it's painted to look like,
Right.
or activities that are going on there like crime and all those things. Yeah. So I did Ghetto. It had like a very very great feedback. I also did No Stress. No
Okay,
Stress
yes.
is basically
Yeah.
telling people to be themselves, do away with things that might actually harm their mental state,
Mm-hmm.
their mental well-being. Yep, and just have fun, be in your own element, be happy with who you are,
Right.
and celebrate life.
I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah,
Do you think this always goes back to identity?
I think so. Because initially when I started music, I didn't have people to talk to. I
Okay.
was struggling a lot. My mental health was a little bit going down.
Okay.
I lacked company.
Okay.
And that was caused majorly by the way I was brought up.
Mhm.
I used to stay alone. I've been someone who stays engrossed a lot of the time, and I'm
Okay.
still working on that at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started music was like my closest
Mhm.
friend.
Right.
So I feel like this is one of those ways I used to air out how I feel, how I
Escape.
felt. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like a lot of people kind of resonated with it, especially like we men, we don't actually like to talk about it. So we have to find alternative ways of expressing it, and that's how I decided to do like in music, talk about it. And a lot of people approach me, do talk to me. They're like, "Yo, bro, this song is kind of making sense right now. This song is uplifting me. This song
Right.
is speaking to me in a different way," and I just feel so happy that I'm actually impacting someone's life positively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say that you are your first cheerleader as
Exactly.
an individual.
Yeah, true.
And basically you're your first motivator, you're the
Yeah.
first motivator that you have for yourself.
Definitely.
Because I believe a lot of people really wait for other people to encourage them. But sometimes life basically puts you in that corner where
You
there's
really have to do
nobody.
it
Everybody
yourself.
goes through that.
Yeah, true,
literally.
True.
But I feel most people really give more of who they are to other people and they're empty.
Yeah, by themselves.
And they
yeah, true.
realize
Yeah.
there's nobody to fill them up.
Exactly.
But if you always fill your cup up
Yeah.
and it becomes basically fullest to the brain, when it basically overflows, you always have something to give, and also understanding the fact that you should always check your environment.
Yeah, sure.
That brings us to the power of environment, or the power of the people you're surrounding
people
yourself
surround
with
yourself,
really matters in life. There's that saying that says, tell me or show me your friends.
I'm gonna tell you who you are.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
also it's like, show me your friends, or the three people, whoever you hang around with,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tell you how the next 5 years of your life is gonna be.
exactly. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
Makes a lot of sense actually. Basically, if you put yourself in a one-tier environment,
Yeah.
or in an environment that doesn't motivate you to keep going,
Mm-hmm.
you relax. And like the enemy of progress is when you relax and think.
Right.
Like, when you're contented with that place you are, I think you start inviting problems to yourself. Because
Right.
I also saw recently there's a friend of mine was telling me, you should learn to embrace competition. You should
Okay.
learn to embrace somebody who's smarter than you. You
Mm-hmm.
should always learn to embrace them. I mean, it's not all about enmity and trying to push them away.
Mm-hmm.
We are at this point in life where we need each other for us to coexist.
Mm-hmm.
So they need me, I need them, and that pushes us to a place where you feel like if I stay at this point for a very long time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be contented with this place,
Mhm.
and I'm not gonna have the incentive to keep going.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel like an environment, especially having numerous exposure, moving in and out of different places, having the ability to engage with people at
Okay.
personal level or at different places you meet, you talk about them, you definitely have to grasp something positive from them and keep it going.
What about the people you surround yourself with? Majorly.
Yeah, and also I feel like people you surround yourself, it's like an impurity. You know what I'm saying? If you are pure and then you surround yourself with people who are full of impurities,
Mhm.
you're going to make your purity to go away. So I feel like you should always be surrounding yourself with people who push you, who tell you the things the way they are.
Facts.
Most of the time, people say, you're a bad friend.
Mm-hmm.
You don't side with me. You don't tell me how things are supposed to be. Every time I tell you something, you're always against it. No, I feel like real friends, those people you surround yourself with, are the ones who should tell you things the way they're supposed to be said.
I agree.
Exactly, and that's what a lot of people fear. They feel like, I'm not ready to take the reality of the matter into my hands, so I'm gonna sugarcoat what I'm supposed to tell this friend of mine, person A. So I feel like people should surround yourself with. They should be those people who tell you things the way they are, the reality. It's a reality check. I need to
Right.
tell you. I don't feel like whatever you're doing is correct. I feel like you should do this and this and this.
Right.
I know you've been like engulfed with doing ABC, but I feel like if you do D and E, things will a little bit work out for you. So yeah, surrounding yourself with amazing, great people really pushes you to do better than how you've been working, and that's what I've been doing for like the longest
Right.
time. Yeah, anytime I go into like a new place,
Yeah.
I have to fish somebody out there who's smarter than me, who's better than me.
That's what's up.
Exactly, because I need
Yes.
to learn how you do it.
Mhm.
I need to learn how you do it. I need to learn how you talk. I need to learn how you express yourself. I need to learn a couple of things that you do,
Yeah.
which I don't do, and I feel like if I do it better, I'll also impact somebody else because every time there's somebody who's always looking up to you.
Right.
Exactly.
That's so true in regards to what you've said, like always looking for somebody who is doing it better than you,
Yeah.
maybe the same vision and
Yeah.
alignment in regards to your career,
Exactly.
passion, or talent.
Exactly.
But also, we have people who are so intimidated by these people instead of looking up to them.
Yeah, sure,
Because
sure.
they got the blueprint. In
Uh-huh.
regards to being there, they
Yeah.
understand the journey.
Yeah.
And also the fact that you talked about surrounding yourself with people who really bring the best out of you. For me, I always say surround yourself with people who bring the best version of yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
people who challenge you,
Yeah.
support you,
Yeah.
and basically understand your journey, right? They'll basically tell you the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Sure.
see people also, you talked about the fact that people really like to be comfortable, the power of environment, you know?
Yeah.
They love just to be comfortable in a very familiar place because it makes sense to them. and many people are so afraid of change.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
Yeah, true.
and I feel like change is the way forward,
Yeah,
or change is the future to your career or
Exactly.
whatever you're working towards. But people are super stagnated in the familiar.
yeah,
Also, in regards to relationship, that talks about friends, the people you surround yourself with.
yeah,
And that's why you see people really kind of do not let go of some people, and that's why they're stuck where they are. They don't have the thought of let go
yeah.
because they are super afraid of change. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're going to also talk about the fact that redefining the African mind in regards to self belief, in
Yeah.
regards to who we are,
we are,
is
yeah,
so
sure.
much important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Uh, First, I feel like when you are talking about change, I feel like this whole thing, for you to move from one place to another,
Mhm.
you really need to have like self-inflicted judgment,
Okay.
and that basically starts with your mindset.
Right.
You make yourself up. You feel I really need to change. If
Mhm.
if you are really compelled to do something better, to change the version of yourself,
Yes.
you will definitely get out of that zone.
Mhm.
Yeah. Too much of a place or too much of something is definitely poisonous. So if you're so much contented with that place, that's why even in work environments,
Yeah.
you'll always crave for promotion because you
Mhm.
feel like you
Yeah.
have really done enough here and I need to move to
Yeah.
a certain place. So I think it all starts to your mental state. How do you feel about yourself in that
Mhm.
environment?
Right.
Do you really want to improve? Do you really want to go to a certain level? Do you
Right.
want to go from level A to level B?
Mhm.
If you're in a position to really sit and talk to yourself personally, have a conversation with your inner self, and then come up with a relatable solution to that, then you won't lack a reason of getting out of that place.
Mhm.
Now coming back to like the topic about like our African identity and all that, I feel like we really lost a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we really, really lost a lot. And this has come with a lot of things: the
Okay.
digitization,
Mhm.
the modernization, the technology that has spread into like the world, the global
Right.
at large. So we kind of find like we kind of morphed into something else,
Okay.
certain culture. We started looking up to the technology, the mobile phones, the digital spaces. Uh, Kind of created a space where we are consuming literally everything from every point,
Okay.
from everywhere, and yeah. So personally, I feel like we kind of lost the touch of our original self, our inner self.
Mhm.
I feel like we kind of lost it on the way,
Mhm.
and we have like quite a long way to go. We need to find ourselves back to our roots. Yeah, and by finding ourselves back to our roots doesn't mean going back to our
Right.
head. Like no, I'm trying to say like we should really, really get in touch with who we are, the authentic people from Africa.
Mhm.
Yeah, sons of soil, sons and daughters of soil.
You
That's
just reminded me
exactly,
somebody
yeah.
said that.
Yeah. So
Sons and daughters of the
of
soil.
the soil, exactly.
Okay.
We should really, really get our feet back.
Okay.
Yeah. And the biggest win is by being subconsciously aware of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I feel like a lot of people are actually understanding that right now because there are videos everywhere talking about the African power or the rise of Africans
Yeah.
or who we are. And basically, that kind of builds this synergy in an individual to understand who they are and basically rise this confidence
Yeah.
that is mind blowing, which is basically taking everything that has been stolen from us and understanding each and every individual that you are the prize, that you are the change
Exactly.
in regards to whatever career that you're in.
Yeah.
If you want to change a community, it starts with you.
Yeah.
And mostly that I always say every day, believing in yourself so much
Yeah.
that no one can ever put you down
Exactly.
or downgrade you,
Yeah.
regardless of
Yeah.
whatever challenge that comes your way.
Yeah.
No one can ever put you down
Yeah.
because you know you got it
Yeah.
and you know anything is possible.
Yeah.
Which most people nowadays are always defined by whatever challenges they're going through. So
Yeah.
they let that define them.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that you talked about the power of environment,
Yeah.
self identity,
Yeah.
and right now, maybe the future and the vision for your music.
Oh yeah. So just to add on a couple of things
Okay.
on the African thing,
Yeah.
and like myself, I feel like everything really draws back to like our mindset,
Okay.
and like doing away with the fact that we like doing the comparison with the giant of Africa, Nigeria is the giant of Africa, Kenyans out there shouting, no, we are the giant of Africa. We should first and foremost do away with all that,
I agree.
because actually the divisive factor is what makes the West win.
Okay.
Because they don't have all those stories and all those type of competitions.
Right.
So if we really get that off our heads and just like I'm looking at you like my fellow brother or sister, I'm looking at somebody else from South Africa like this is my brother, this is my sister. Back at the back of our heads, we feel like it's me and you against poverty. It's me and you against the Western culture that is trying to. It's not even actually trying to infiltrate. It's already in us. Yeah. So if we do that, I feel like we will
But
definitely
during this
win a
time,
lot.
that was a strategy.
Yeah. Actually,
by the Europeans.
yeah, and
For us to be divided
Exactly,
and
exactly.
fight each other,
yeah.
so we cannot thrive
Yeah.
to be the Africa that we used to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what I was telling you. If we really since we know the problem, we need
Yeah.
to find the possible solution to
Mhm.
that. And since we can't like sit a mass of people to communicate to them,
Yeah.
we should encourage people to have their self judgment. Talk about it by themselves, clear their mindset of this strategy, and just do everything in a positive way.
Right.
And that's what they do.
Okay.
We compete every now and then. We compete. Recently, I saw there's a white guy who was forced to apologize
Okay.
in the media spaces. I
Yeah.
can't really remember his name. He was forced to apologize simply because he said the reason the blacks from the USA ain't thriving like the rest of the people is because they view a black person A views black person B as a competition. But that's not the same case with white person A and white person B.
Right.
So if we get that off our mindset, like this is my brother, I have to celebrate and cheer him up. His success
Yeah.
means it's my success
That's
too.
so fact.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it all goes back to our mindset and who we are. If we really dethrone ourselves from that, if we really get ourselves off from those chains, then it's a win.
Right.
And it's always a step at a time, a step at a time.
I
And that's
agree.
literally what I'm doing when
Yeah.
I try to connect that with my music.
Okay.
I've done a couple of songs.
Yeah.
I've done a couple of collabos. And funny enough, I've done like 90% or 98% of my projects which are collaborative projects. It's me and outside
Right.
artists. I've
Okay.
done Nigerian, I've done with South African, I've
Right.
done with Congolese.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've done with Haiti. So the reason I'm doing this is I'm trying to get to understand their culture. They're also trying to understand my culture.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see how do they express themselves when it comes to music.
Yeah.
When I'm in the project with them, they're expressing how they feel. I understand how they feel. I express how I feel in my own song.
Right.
They understand how I feel. Then we kind of realize, oh, we have the same problems. We have same problems. How
Right.
can we work on this? From that we become brothers. We talk every day, and I feel like if I make one bro from a different country, it's a win. It's a win for me. It's a win for them. We
Right.
understand each other's culture.
Right.
So if somebody goes there, maybe a friend of mine from Kenya goes to Congo, and he meets the artist I've worked with,
Yeah.
he'll tell them, yo, people from Kenya are so lovely, they're so friendly. It's because I'm trying to put the positive energy and the positive vibe to them.
Right.
And they're also doing the same thing. So if someone from Congo comes to Kenya and I meet them, I tell them, yo, people from Congo are so friendly. Yeah. So that's the whole process, trying to bridge the gap between ourselves. And that's what I'm doing in relation to music.
Yeah. Because we are all one.
Exactly.
And I believe we all have one common goal in
Yeah.
regards to whatever we're thriving for, we make a better Africa.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And I even feel like the Nigerian artists, the South African artists, these big continental artists who are always flying into the country,
Yeah.
they shouldn't just come and do their promos and sing and leave. You know? I feel like they should do like programs
Okay.
where they just come, you know, chill. Big shout out to Coke Studio Africa.
Okay.
That time it used to be hosted in Kenya. Probably if they have a project between, let's say, P Square and
Right.
Calvin Jones, he will come, they will go walk in
That's so
Kayole
nice.
and see. Yeah, you tryna blend in and understand your home, you know. Which Africa is home for everyone.
Yeah.
So I feel like they shouldn't just be coming for music. I feel like they should be coming just trying to click with the society, understand our culture, we understand how they talk.
Yeah.
Because it's home.
I believe that.
Exactly.
Now digressing to your vision, what do you have for
Oh.
your music?
I'm really working hard. I really feel like my main objective is not yet. I mean, like, whatever God brought me out here to do,
Okay.
I feel like I haven't done it yet. And every day I sleep and wake up, I feel like God is always watching over me and asking me, like, why haven't you done this? Why
Okay.
haven't you? Yeah, so I feel like through music, I really want to connect with Africa, my home. I really want to connect with people. I really want to create timeless music. I want to create something that people listen over and over and over again. And when they listen to it, it's not just entertainment, but it's a relatable content.
Yeah.
You'll be free to express yourself through it. And I feel like I really need to put in more work. Yep. That's my objective. I really need to see Africa united.
Right.
I really need to go to Nigeria, they sing word for word, talk to them, I eat their meals. I go to South Africa, they see me as their brother. Those who come, I mean, that kind of relationship between me and the rest of Africans, I really need to be like super open.
Right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So before we kind of wind up this beautiful afternoon, any last words to anybody feeling like, you know what, I have this idea, I have this dream, and I cannot figure out how I should start this. I feel super overwhelmed. Maybe I'm in an environment where I'm not supported, or maybe they're just going through the notions and the voices in their heads, feeling like, you know what, you're not gonna make it, you're not capable, and it's the same routine every day. I don't know what you can say to that person.
First and foremost, believe in yourself. You are the change. Change starts with you personally. So I feel like if you get the ability to change who you are, change your mindset, just get in. Don't mind what anybody else thinks of you, what they're actually going to talk about you. Just get yourself into the game, whichever game you feel like you want to go out there and represent us in terms of music, entertainment, anything else, fashion, even preaching, anything you feel like you have a calling in it and you really want to do it, just get out there and show the world. Because our closed mouths closes blessings that are on your way. So speak your mind out. And how do you speak your mind out? Just do anything you feel like you really need to do out there. Exactly. Don't allow your mindset and you yourself to be closed in a cage where you are own winner, man.
That's what's up here on Redefine podcast with the one and only Calvin Calmax, or Calvin Calmax. Yes, I got it right. Calvin Calmax. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this. And if you're going to watch this again, remember to subscribe and hit the naughty bell to get more episodes of Redefine podcast, more empowering, uplifting conversation in regards to who you are. As I always say, you are the change you need to see in the world. Much love and have a blast. It's your girl, the lovely Iruton. I'm going to see you on the next episode. Take care. Bye. And thank you so much for coming. Yes.
That was amazing.
Yes. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Short but nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.